The RDZ floor system is installed after the internal plastering has been completed. The site should be entirely free of residual building materials and the surface of the substrate should be flat and smooth. After checking the levels available for the system, the sheet acting as the humidity barrier is laid. The polythene sheet should be extended upwards onto the walls, and the joints in it should overlap by at least 10 centimeters. The perimetral frame RDZ Plus is then applied along the wall, columns and against the stairs. The function of the perimetral frame is to separate the walls from the floor and enable the dilation of the floor screed. The insulation panel is then laid in rows from right to left. It's advisable to begin from the longest side of the room. Cutting the insulator is simple and is done using a knife with a rigid blade. The offcuts can be used to start the next row so as to avoid waste. The RDZ panels have a tongue along the perimeter to connect them and are referenced for proper alignment. This makes it possible to form an even, solidly connected surface without any heat or acoustic channels. After checking the executive project, the room where the pipes will begin to be laid, and the relative attachment to the manifold is decided. A roll of RDZ Lima piping of a suitable length is chosen and the pipe is attached to the relative valve of the incoming manifold. This is done directly from coal. Making it slot onto the tabs of the panel to block it firmly in place. To lay a spiral circuit, the piping is laid beginning from the edge of the room and moving towards the center. The distance between the pipes will be twice the estimated width, so as to leave room for the return pipe. After reaching the center of the room, the two backward curves are made. The flexibility of the RDZ Lima piping in reticulated polythene and the special conformation of the panels makes for fast and simple installation. To complete the RDZ system, the use of an anti-shrinkage mesh, also acting as a reinforcement of the floor screed, is recommended. The anti-shrinkage mesh must be laid all over the area of the room, making sure that it overlaps by at least one link with the previous row. To use some attachment clips may be helpful for anchoring it to the panel. To guarantee the integrity of the floor, it may be necessary to make dilation joins or diversary cuts, as shown in the executive project and in the instructions of the floor screed supplier. The complete system must enable total filling and the evacuation of air quickly and easily. The correct procedure is to open the micrometric shutoff valve and valve of the first circuit and allow the water to run until it is completely full, checking that the air in the transparent plastic tube connected to the outlet disappears. The first pair of valves should then be closed and the procedure repeated with the next pair until the system has been completely filled. This way you can be sure there is no longer any air in the system. Before casting the slab floor, the system is cold tested with water at 6 bar pressure. The system should remain under pressure until the slab floors are complete. Checking will be possible with the help of a pressure gauge. In floor heating systems, the hydraulic balancing of the individual circuits is important. To such purpose, the micrometric shut-off valve of the manifold is used, calibrated from 1 to 10 on the basis of the calculation table. RDZ manifolds can be fitted with low flow and temperature measuring units and with fuse heads for the automatic control of each single room. The casting of the slab floor to which the RDZ thermofluidifying agent has been added should be done immediately after the system has been laid. The cement used to cast the slab floor should have good thermal conductivity. When preparing the mixture, it's important to follow the instructions as regards the proportions and the particle size indicated in the technical documentation. The thermofluidifying additive is to improve the mechanical characteristics and thermal conductivity of the floor screed. At the doors, when a dilation joint is not needed, a diversory cut is made of approximately 1/3 of the thickness of the screed floor, producing a guided break and removing any surface tension.